Parenting is a team sport.
Welcome to Parenting Matters Now, a source of parenting advice a few minutes at a time.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Smith of Parenting Matters Now. Let me first say that I know that there are a lot of single parents out there, and I commend you, and I seek to encourage you. It is a very difficult task. So it is very hard, even for those where there are two parents. So I want to talk about it from the standpoint of when there is a two-parent home, and that this is a team sport. It is not the mother's job, it's not the father's job, it is a team sport. And so I have a pair of scissors here in my hand. It's just an illustration or kind of an object lesson of sorts to talk about how men approach the parent role different than women do. And neither is right. In fact, both approaches, both mindsets are very helpful. Just like in these scissors, there's two parts to the scissors, but notice that if they're going to cut anything, they come at it from different perspectives, different angles, different approaches. But because they come as a kind of almost opposed to one another, they can accomplish the job. And so whenever you are seeking to address a situation with your children, you may see it differently. That doesn't mean that one of you is right and one of you is wrong. In fact, both perspectives may be needed, and yet you may have to negotiate how you're going to address a situation, and you are better together than you are alone. And even whenever one parent is, let's say, not as good in relationship skills, or not as good as a parent, they are essential for the other parent to be highly effective. Just so if this part of the scissors did not move, but this part does and accomplishes the work, but only if it has its other part. In the same way, a mother and father together in a home with children is the ideal situation, and both are needed. One provides one thing and another provides the other. And we should be careful in our mindset not to see our spouse as the opponent or as not as good as us. Each is bringing something to the table. And so there's a quote, and it's stated from a man's perspective about husbands and wives. And it says from Thomas Fuller. Can't tell you exactly who he was, but he's in the past. And he said, a man's best fortune or his worst is his wife. And you can turn this around. A woman's best fortune or her worst is her husband. But we need to pursue it from the mindset that our spouse is our best fortune. And we ourselves, we must come to the table seeking to be the best fortune for our spouse. And as we team up on things like parenting, the more we can be on the same team and talk things through, bring our perspectives and our understanding to whatever the issue is at hand, we will do a better job together, better together than separate. And so I challenge you, if there's tension in your marriage, it will impact your children. And tending to your marriage is part of learning to be a good parent. So work on your marriage, your communication, your respect and care for one another. And I often speak to dads about this, and from the perspective of saying you need to learn to appreciate your wife's strengths. And that doesn't just mean say thank you. That means to see the strengths and the values that a person embodies and really recognize the value in them. And yes, it's great if you can verbally say it. Recognize that they are decisive, or that they are sensitive, or they have perspective, that they are kind. Whatever the strength is, recognize and appreciate the strengths that your spouse has. And whenever you can appreciate one another, you can more easily work together, just like the pair of scissors, and accomplish much good. So take care of one another in this grand adventure called parenting. You need one another. You're better together. Take care of one another. This is Dr. Roger Smith with Parenting Matters Now.
Subscribe to Parenting Matters Now for more advice, or go to rogersmithmd.com to search for more topics. See you next time.